Let him go.
I understand you. You had a chance to let me die, and you didn't take it. I bet right now you're wishing you had. I've killed a lot of people. I've brought the city to its knees, crippled the police force, and it's not even time to unwrap our presents. Ship it!
Let's do this.
Okay. So, what our friend Bane holds in his hand is a heart monitor. Once he clamps it on, every beat of his bacon little heart will charge the battery on this electric chair. And when it's fully charged... So either you kill Bane...
No, I won't kill him.
But you will. You will fight me with all your resolve, or you will die. Someone is going to die. You, me, or the clown. The question of which one of us it is in your hands. A compassionate man would be home, mourning the loss of his servant and lifelong companion right now. Yet here you are.
Merry Christmas, criminals. Welcome back to the final story update of Batman Arkham Origins. So, this fight, frankly, it's just not as much fun as the last Bane fight, which is kind of weird. It's kind of messy, but there's a reason for it.
Don't move! Maybe you should move. Oh, good lord.
Careful, Jim. When that chair goes off, that's 2,000 volts. You won't make it.
You don't need to.
Jim. Have a seat, Jimbo. We'll fry together like two little potato latkes.
I got a pulse.
I'm gonna jumpstart your heart. Kill you again.
May you find the peace in death that you did not find in life.
I'm not looking for peace. I can use my shock gloves to temporarily stop Bane's heart. It's my only hope.
Over here!
So, at this point, the fight turns into utter chaos because you've got guys running around everywhere, and you also have a permanent charge on your shock gloves. Obviously, the game expects you to use the shock gloves, so, well, why not? The main problem I have with this section of the fight is that, well, Bane spends the entire time in his little charged-up charging state. There's no time for regular shenanigans, there's no time to do your special combo takedowns, it's just use your shock gloves, beat up the guy a lot. It's pretty boring. It's really boring, honestly. Just dodging out of the way repeatedly is not, it's not really compelling gameplay. Not to mention, like I said, seeing all these guys everywhere is just confusing, honestly.
The game is over, Joker. Let Captain Gordon go.
Yeah, put the gun down, freak.
How about I put you down?
Gordon!
Well, that's the Christmas spirit. Well, I'd love to stay and celebrate your victory, but I've got stockings to stuff, mistletoe to hang, and about 15 skyscrapers to blow up before sunrise. Ciao!
Thank God you had your vest on.
He's got my gun! Gordon, Joseph, I need your help to stop the Joker. Our help? You're the so-called vigilante. Or is one kill enough for you tonight? Bane's in cardiopulmonary arrest. I have only minutes to resuscitate him before it's too late.
You mean you didn't?
That's not how I do things. Now go. Come on.
You leave me no choice, Mr. Wayne.
The compound I found in Bane's lab.
I'll start looking into it now, sir.
Now this is the boss fight.
Master Bruce, if you can't defeat Bane within 10 minutes, the TN1 he just injected will reach its full potency, and he'll take you out in one hit.
Alfred's not exaggerating either. If you take too long in this fight, Bane will get superpowered and take you right down.
Harvey, I need you to secure every exit out of Blackgate. Sewers, front doors, I don't care. Joker cannot escape. We're on it.
Probably the best way to do damage to him is to do a silent takedown and run him into one of these electric cages. But, well, you know, I want to do a little bit of variety. So, let's see what we can manage.
Bullets and Gordon, we got the place secure.
Of course, Bane will do what he can to try and spot you.
Joker's heading to death row. We got the place surrounded. No way he gets out. You better be damn sure about that.
He will turn around sometimes to see if he can see anybody behind him, as you'll see here shortly. And you don't have too much time at all to react to that. If you're hiding inside one of the grates or the vent covers, he'll also rip those off and try to pull you out of them. As I mentioned, the electric fence is probably the best way to take him down. Each time you hit him, takes about a third of his health, so you do it 3 times and you're good to go. But, you know, let's try something different.
He's shaking the whole cell block.
This is Captain James Gordon in Blackgate Prison. The Joker has us pinned down in death row, requesting reinforcements. Repeat, this is Captain Gordon requesting reinforcements. Pinned down in death row in Blackgate.
As I mentioned, he'll reach down and rip up the floor grates to grab you. Part of the way through the fight, a jammer will activate, and there's no way to turn it off. I thought there was, I thought you'd be able to use your disruptor on it, but no, it's just off. You can also do floor grate takedowns and vent takedowns if you're lucky enough to get them in position.
TN1 takes full effect. Use those electrified doors to your advantage.
Once again, Alfred's not exaggerating. Over time, Bane's damage does increase, so you want to be careful. If Bane does spot you, there's a couple things you can do to get out of the way. Probably the preferred method is to use a glue grenade, which will freeze him in place for a little bit. But you can also use a smoke pellet. That one's not quite as effective, though. Of course, every time you take him down, he gets faster as well, so you'll notice him lumbering around the cell block at a much increased pace. Of course, without detective vision, it's a little bit hard to find where he is sometimes. It's kind of weird since, you know, this area is only a figure 8. But look around long enough and either you'll find him or he'll find you. Yeah, those glue grenades don't hold them for long, so if you are going to get out of the way, make it quick.
It's over, Alfred. I've defeated Bane.
Master Bruce? Master Bruce, are you all right?
Must find Batman.
Good luck with that.
One more upgrade to grab for now. I just want to get out of the way so we don't see that little level up sitting at the top.
Can you hear me?
Yes, and thank you for the help with Bane.
I trust he's done for good this time.
He's secure, and it appears the TN1 Bane took damaged his memory permanently.
Does that mean he won't be revealing your identity?
Looks that way.
Glad to hear it, sir. And the Joker?
He's still on the loose, but not for long.
This is Captain Gordon at Blackgate Prison, requesting immediate medevac. Warden Joseph has been shot. Repeat, Warden Joseph is down.
EMT chopper en route. ETA 15 minutes.
Tell them to hurry up.
So, surprisingly, the game doesn't just drop you in with the Joker, it makes you do a few more fights first, which I guess kind of feels like a victory lap of sorts.
Where's Gordon?
Sniper! Would your locals back for more?
I've had enough of you for one night.
Not yet, you haven't.
Son of a bitch!
Screw this! Want the Joker? Take him.
Help me keep these guys off the warden.
We got a problem!
So, this is pretty neat. You're actually fighting hand-to-hand with Captain Gordon. It's, you know, it's got the same problem of not being very well implemented, but man, isn't this a neat concept? If you've been following the trailers for Arkham Knight, they have, it looks like what they're calling a dual play option, which is you fighting alongside Nightwing or Catwoman or Robin in the middle of combat. And, you know, if they implemented it well enough, I can imagine it, it's definitely better than this. But, man, it's still a really neat concept.
Joseph, they're on their way. You're going to make it.
Where's the Joker?
He went through that door, towards the chapel.
Thanks.
And hey, this is actually the area where we came in to start with. You know, that's where we blew open that wall to crush that one thug. Huh. I know I said things came full circle, but dang, I didn't expect it to be... that's the first time I've really noticed it.
Oh, that's... it's so... What a night! Fresh off the kill, and back for more, eh?
Bane's still alive.
Now that's not funny. Oh, this rage, all directed at me, and for what? You know, if you'd actually let me finish a sentence, you might learn something! You might learn that we're not so different. You might learn something about yourself!
You need to learn to shut up.
Is all this for you, or for me? You must know I'm a lost cause. Oh, but there's still hope for you. Yes. Oh, I've got great hopes for you. So come on, do stop now! You just can't get it through your thick skull. Ugh. We both exist because of them!
Give up! You've lost!
Why you do it, isn't it? You like the way it feels. It's what you need! Come on, baby. Beat me till your knuckles bleed. Why quit there? You know there's only one way to stop me!
Any one of my guys would have killed him.
The city deserves better than that.
You know, my daughter thinks you're a hero. But I still have to bring you in.
Gordon, come in. What's your 20?
I'm in the chapel. We got the Joker.
Son of a bitch. You caught him. And how did you do that?
I had some help. I keep asking myself why I didn't bring him in. And I now know the truth is I let him go because of you. Because you believe in him. I don't know. They put me in charge of a station full of rotten cops. And I can't change them. Any more than I can change this damn city. Or at least, that's what I used to think.
Stopped his heart. That is funny. Good one, Bats. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Maybe I can give them something to believe in. Maybe he can give them something to believe in.
I tried so hard, my dear, to show that you're my every dream. Yet you're afraid each thing I do is just some evil scheme. A memory from your lonesome past keeps us so far apart. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? Another crime before my time made your heart sad and blue. And so now you make me pay for things I didn't do. In anger, unkind words are said that make the teardrops start. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? You'll never know how much it hurts to never see you smile. You know you need and want to laugh, yet you claim it's not your style. Why do you hide behind that mask? I'm trying to do my part. Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart? There was a time when I believed that you belonged to me. But now I know your heart is shackled to a memory. You won't admit that we're the same, and it's tearing me apart! Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart?
Our next guest, political strategist Dean Snyder, has been following tonight's events since the start, more than 8 hours ago. Dr. Snyder, let's start with you. What's your view?
Well, Jack, it's a travesty. The ultimate failing of the justice system. A vigilante cleaning up our streets after countless deaths and bombings? What has happened to our police force? And what about James Gordon? He didn't exactly prove himself tonight.
Hold on a minute, Dean. Now, I'm no defender of the GCPD or Captain Gordon for that matter. Like you said, tonight's debacle is some reflection of his efficacy, but I can't see any police force in any municipality doing a substantially better job against criminals like this Joker character or any of the hired killers he's brought into town. I mean, these guys are a different breed. We've never seen anything like this. So for me, it's less a reflection on Gotham's cops and more of a reflection on the state of our country. A country where our mental health and education systems are so warped and broken that we produce criminals of this nature.
You raise an interesting point, Hank, but what I'm wondering is what we'll do next.
No, it's not an interesting point. It's just plain wrong. They're both wrong. This isn't about the police or the Batman. It isn't about the state of our nation somehow churning out a dangerous new batch of the criminally deranged. It's about the failing of one single institution. An institution which, in my view, represents the biggest threat to Gotham and its citizens. A time bomb, just waiting to go off. If tonight's events have taught us anything, it's that Blackgate is not the place to be housing our city's most dangerous offenders. Not one, but 2 prison breaks in the same night. All of tonight's tragedies would have been avoided if Gotham had a proper treatment facility for its top echelon offenders. A place with impenetrable security, where the most dangerous could be isolated, rehabilitated, and treated for their illness. A place like Arkham Asylum. And after what happened tonight, I promise the good people of Gotham that I will work tirelessly. I will lobby the city council, go to the governor if I have to, do everything in my power to get Arkham Asylum reopened, so we can all sleep a little easier.
There you have it. Quincy Sharp placing the blame for tonight's events not on the Batman, not on the Joker, but on Blackgate Prison, and pledging to return Arkham Asylum to full operations. We'll be back with more from Mr. Sharp and our other guests when the Jack Ryder Hour continues after this message.
Well, I'm sure that'll go well. So, the credits are going to go on for, well, the rest of the video, more or less. But it's been a fun ride. So this was the last story update. We still have some more to get through. I still have the Riddler roundup, though I guess I can't rightly call it the Riddler roundup at this point because he's not the Riddler. The Enigma exhibition? Yeah, we'll go with that. So, it's been fun. It's been a trip. Thanks to everyone who watched the videos, commented, and all the thread discussion. It's always a pleasure. And, there is actually a special stinger at the end of the credits. If you're familiar with the Marvel movies and the way they like to sneak in things at the end, it's similar to that. So, you can go ahead and skip ahead if you want. I won't blame you. But, that's all for this video. Please join me next time when we start on the Enigma exhibition. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Figured you'd be by. Sooner or later. And what happens if I don't sign?
You rot in here, or you work for me.